welcome to the most random TV show ever, To Know or Not to Know. Like on any other day, we have 3 contestants who have no idea what the general topic of today's game is. The secret topic of the day is the study of Africa and why study Africa. As you watch, be sure to follow our Twitter account at To Know or Not to Know. We will have a live stream segment during the break, and your tweet could be read on national TV.
Hello, audience. How are you doing tonight? I'm your host, Malak Alderady. Welcome to Know or Not to Know, Why Study Africa. Now, this is how the game will go. I will ask each contestant questions out of these categories: origins, education, architecture, agriculture, government, and society. Our first contestant is Miss Fitz.
Hello, my name is Miss Fitz. I am a 4th grade teacher at American Pride Elementary School. My favorite subject is history. My hobbies include reading, watching movies, but my favorite hobby is collecting comic books.
Contestant number 2, Sandra Dunn.
Hello everybody, I am Sandra Dunn and I am a student at Harvard University. I am currently studying American history. I like my clothes folded perfectly, I eat dinner every night approximately at 6:36, and I brush my teeth 3 times a day after every meal. Thank you.
And our last contestant, Tex.
Hey, I'm Tex. I'm from West Texas. We like everything big, big trucks, big women, big oil. Everything's bigger and better in Texas. I'm going to come in and kick all these contestants' butts. See ya.
And now for our first category, origins. Congratulations, Tex. You get to answer the first question. Where did humankind originate?
That's easy. It didn't originate in America, but we as Americans came from Europe, which means humankind definitely originated in Europe.
Is he correct? Incorrect. Now, let's hear from our game show whiz.
The earliest modern humans are called Homo sapiens. The evolution of these modern people occurred in eastern and southern Africa. The first Homo sapiens had brain capacity and greatly resembled the modern human of today.
Thanks, Wiz.
I don't care what these people say. I know I'm right. Nobody from Texas is ever wrong. These people are all crazy.
Now, let's go to our next category. Architecture. And you, Sandra, get to answer this one. Was iron smelting technology developed in ancient Africa?
But from all the movies I've seen about Africa, I know they construct all of their buildings of grass, mud, and clay. So I would say no, they did not develop the technique.
Is she correct? Incorrect. Let's hear from our whiz.
Iron smelting was in fact developed in ancient Africa. According to Shillington, the earliest evidence of iron smelting can be found in Africa, where the ancient people are believed to have perfected the furnace.
Now, for our next category. Society. You get this one, Ms. Fitz. Did complex social practices originate in Africa?
Well, I teach my elementary students about Africa, and I know that Africans still live in tribes and still hunt and gather, so that doesn't seem very complex to me. So I think it would be Europe.
Is she correct? Of course not. Incorrect. Let's hear from our whiz, shall we?
Complex social practices originated in Africa. Some may claim these practices found in Africa were influenced by European countries. However, Egypt actually existed far before the European civilizations that were previously thought to create these practices.
Thank you again, Wiz.
Oh God, I can't believe I got that question wrong. I hope my students aren't watching this.
Now, we're going to take a short break to hear from our announcer.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to go online and see what the audience has been tweeting during the show. The first tweet of the day comes from a curious member of the audience that says, "How in the world did Chandra get into Harvard with these ridiculous answers?" Looks like it's really starting to heat up in here, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. We finally received some encouraging tweets, one of which says, "Wow, I definitely just learned something new by watching."
Now, for the next category. Agriculture. Ms. Fitz, you've done it again. What ancient peoples developed techniques of farming and domesticating animals during the time known as the Agricultural Revolution?
Well, I don't see how animals could be domesticated in Africa because they're wild, after all the documentaries I've seen. So I think it would be China.
Is she correct? Wrong again. Incorrect. Let's hear from our Wiz.
Africans were the first people to develop these technologies. Agriculture, or the systematic domestication of plants, appears along the banks of the Nile and in its delta around 5000 BCE.
For our next category. Government. Tex, you got this one. Did successful, intricate government systems develop in ancient Africa?
No, I don't think government originated in Africa. I think it originated in America, land of the free and home of the brave.
Is he correct? Of course not. Incorrect. Let's hear from our Wiz.
Government systems found in Africa are indeed indigenous to the region. Some may claim that because Romans had a strong presence and control in North Africa, that the government systems were introduced by the Romans. However, we know that the ancient African states had government systems that were unique from one another and did not mimic the Roman rule. Therefore, this claim is not valid.
Thanks, Wiz. Final question. And the final category is education. You got it, Sandra. Why study Africa?
Well, that's an easy one. Obviously, because this small sampling of the American population knew absolutely nothing about Africa.
Is she correct? Finally, correct answer. Congratulations, Sandra Dunn. You are our winner.
Although I won the show, I still feel kind of bad. This show has definitely inspired me to become an Africana Studies teacher.
Well, thanks everyone for watching. I'm your host, Malak Alderady, and this was To Know or Not to Know, Why Study Africa. See you next time.
Well, there you have it, folks. Tonight's topic of Why Study Africa was chosen to inform America of the lack of knowledge in African history. So from here on out, let's just try our best to get the best possible information before drawing conclusions about aspects of different cultures. See you next time.